How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. If you are new to the channel, my name is Aaron Blades, and I own a gym here in Indianapolis, Indiana, called Legacy Barbell Club. And today we have a really busy day, so I wanted to take you through kind of what all that looks like and what we're going to be doing today. So stick around and let's get after it. So today, like I said, we have a very busy day ahead. Right now I'm heading into the gym. It is currently 7:30 in the morning. We're going to go into the gym because I have to receive 2 pieces of equipment. Outside of that, I need to spend a lot of time today with filming content or creating stuff based on that equipment so our members know that we have it. And then I have to work out, obviously, too. And then I have a meeting at 3 o'clock for a potential new trainer that's going to be in the gym. So come with me, let's get all this stuff knocked out.
So easy to fall in love. So come get me.
To the gym, we are here for these 2 pieces of equipment. So if you haven't yet seen that video, that is on our channel of the 2 new pieces of equipment that we got from Precor. So I'll let you go ahead and check those out. But while we wait on that, I wanted to spend a little time to kind of talk about this little meeting that I have later. We have a bunch of different trainers in the gym, but every single trainer that we have has their own training business. So we never hire any trainer to work for us. Anyone who is in there has their own business that they run. They just pay us a set amount of money each month for their rent to be able to train out of the gym and all that. Obviously, they get a free membership with that. And all of their clients, if they decide that they want a membership at the gym, they get it at a discounted rate. We've always wanted it to where the trainer's not paying a large lump sum of money. It's a very reasonable amount of money. But then also, I didn't want the client to have to pay a bunch of money to the trainer, but then also have to pay full price for a membership as well. That's a lot of money to invest, and so I wanted to make it a little bit more affordable for every single person coming in. So I do have one trainer that is coming in that I'm going to talk with a little bit just to kind of see if this is going to be the right fit. But right now we currently have about 7 to 8 trainers, somewhere around there, that have their own businesses and all that, and obviously they market themselves. So hopefully this is another one that we can add. I'm looking to add maybe 1 to 2 more, given the space and all that, and given the busyness that the trainers that I currently have in there right now have as well. So while we wait, we're just gonna kind of twiddle our thumbs, I guess. So one of the things that I do when I first get in is I always do an assessment of the gym, walk around just to see if there's anything that needs to be put away, picked up after, cleaned up, fixed, whatever the case may be. So right now today I've already fixed the toilet paper holder. It did fall off of the wall, so I did have to reinstall that onto there. Did pick up a couple pieces of equipment as well that needed to be put back, but now we're going to be doing a little bit of cleaning while I wait for a new piece of equipment to come in. I'm not going to record someone else building a piece of equipment, so we're going to get a tour once it is all said and done. So stick around and I'll show you that once it's done being built. I need to work out, so we're going to do that while we wait on that equipment to be built, so then I can film some content on it. So let's get to working out. Right now I'm in my off season for powerlifting, so I'm doing a lot of hypertrophy based type stuff with a little bit of strength sprinkled into there. So we're going to be doing a little bit of pause squats and along with some other accessories. So I'll show you a little bit of kind of what that looks like.
So currently I'm on a 3-day split. And so today was focused on pause squats, pausing for a couple seconds at the bottom and really focusing on getting out of the hole. That's where I struggle with the most when I'm squatting. And then from there, I do some accessories that kind of help with that, but then also help with my bench. So I move into things like Larson presses. And so with those, I have my feet up elevated and I'm pressing, which definitely helps with ensuring that I can get better off the chest and help build my upper body. Along with that, then I threw in some incline chest press. I did this on a machine. Normally I can either do this incline dumbbell or I opted for the machine for today. And then I did some tricep extensions as well and belt squats, which I did not record, but all of the accessory type stuff that I needed to help build up. A lot of my weak points, which are going to be the part out of the hole, especially on my squat, and then bench is right off my chest. I have a lot of issue with pausing at the chest and then having issue coming up off of it. So doing things to where my feet are elevated or spending a excessive amount of time on my chest definitely helps with that. And then helping to build, obviously, my chest and triceps to help me with the second half of the movement should help me for a meet that I am looking to do later on this summer, but no plans for that yet. Just trying to work as of right now.
Okay, so piece number one is going to be our lever row from Precor. We opted for a black frame and blue pads to kind of match a couple other pieces that we have, but threw it right here in this opening, right next to our Dynabody one that we have. So that was very quick and very easy to put together. And as you can see, it's really nice. But yeah, there's piece number one. And piece number two is going to be our back extension. This was one that we needed to replace our other one desperately, so it was a lot easier to adjust. And so the pads here aren't converging, which shouldn't be an issue because there's enough space right here. If you're a dude, if you know, you know. With this down here, this is going to be a lot simpler than the little thing that you had to spin every time. You can just press that lever and then it'll move the bench up and down. But they were in and out within less than an hour getting all of this stuff assembled. I mean, this came in a couple of different boxes and got it all done in less than an hour. So I do have my mic on. I did spend some time doing some content on the two new pieces of equipment and took some pictures with that. But the pieces of content that I wanted to make for today were adjustability ones for what does the equipment look like, how do you adjust it, what makes it different from what we already have, that sort of thing. So made all of that and did everything I needed to there. The only other thing that I have left to do today before my meeting at 3 is I'm going to probably fix some painting that I have in here that I need to work on, and then outside of that I might go home before. I don't know yet, depending upon what time I get done. So I'm going to do that and you guys will be able to see kind of what that looks like.
So obviously here I did finish this other Deadpool, but I need to finish Ladypool, and all I'm going to do today is try to clean up some of these Sharpie edges that I did when I traced it, and then the hair needs another coat. It probably needs another couple of coats so that it can be fully gold or yellow, however you want to call it, but that's what we're going to be doing today, a little bit of trying to paint that, make it look a little bit better. Questions over this time of how I actually put all of these on the wall. And so normally what I'll do is I'll find an image that I like, and then I will use my computer and projector, project it into the spot that I want it to be. I'll grab a Sharpie and then trace all of the lines or anything that I would like to highlight. So at least the outsides, maybe even some of the wrist braces and all of the other like swords and stuff like that. And then I'll go in and I'll paint it. And so I'll paint one color and get as many coats as I need to in order to make it look good. And then I'll paint the other color. And then I'll go through at the very end. And I did it for this one, and like I said, I have to do it for this one, is I'll take a paint marker and all of the lines that I used to Sharpie on that don't look as clean, I'm going to take that paint marker and clean up those lines just to make it look a little bit better. So you'll kind of see the difference on this side. It looks a lot more prominent and stands out a lot better. And then on this side, you see the Sharpie lines, which doesn't make it that good. So while I wait for that coat to dry, I'm going to try to get a lot of that stuff done, at least away from the hair while it dries, and then reassess. Right now, it looks a little bit better. I might keep it the way that it is and just go with it, or I might put another coat on there and like really make it yellow. But I'm gonna wait for it to dry and then see what happens. So we got the majority of the painting done and outlining of Lady Deadpool. I'm letting her dry right now, but I'm just kind of sitting in here in my office.
I didn't want to go all the way back home, which is about 20 minutes from here, to then turn right around and come back at 3. So I'm kind of just chilling, waiting on this meeting to go on. I fixed a couple of things around the gym and made sure that the gym is restocked. So now I just kind of sit here and wait until this meeting at 3. Okay, so meeting done. It is now 3:01. He showed up a little bit early, so went around and talked about the gym and kind of what it takes to be a trainer at the gym. Gave him all the paperwork, and then he's going to go home and review that. So now that all of that is done, now what I get to do is essentially go home, but I have 2 stops to make. One is going to be to Lowe's, and then one is going to get food. So let's go. So obviously, as I sit here in my office editing this video, I realized that I forgot to close out the entire video. So what I ended up doing at the end of the day was I had 2 more errands to run. So number 1, I had to fix an issue with my toilet at the house. So all I did was I had to go get a part from Lowe's, which is what that was. And then I went to Food King here in Indianapolis for some Chinese food and then headed home. I was going to edit all the videos that day and then decided I was super tired because I was filming like 7-ish videos, different types of videos. So I did a lot of that. So then today I decided to sit in my wonderful office and go through and edit some of that stuff. So wanted to add this on at the very end. That was a little day in the life, kind of like what it looks like. That's one of our busier days that I have. So not all days are going to look like that, but let me know what you thought down below and like and subscribe. We'll catch you in the next video.